Morning. This is Victoria Day, and I am a registered somatic movement educator and therapist based in mid-Missouri. And what I'm offering you today is just a small sample of what I offer on most Thursday mornings that I call Waking with Intention. I have found in my own life movement practice that the morning is, for me, the most important part of my day to really set my intention for how I want to be in my body and in my life for that day. As a survivor of an autoimmune condition, I often wake up in the morning with things feeling very unwilling to move. And this just gives you a little example of what I do for myself and what you could share in with me if you join me on Thursday mornings at 7 a.m. Central Time in the US. So I'm just going to invite you, if you have a blanket or a pillow near you, to grab them. If not, pause and grab them, because we're going to start out, and I'm going to stay seated. I'm going to guide you, but I'm going to be doing it in some way, but in seated. But I'm going to invite you to roll up into your blanket, pull your pillow in, and just let yourself take a moment to find what is the neutral home place for you when you're sleeping. This is the place in which you're most likely to really relax and fall asleep. For me, that is on my left side in fetal position. It might be on your right side. It might be laying flat on your back or on your front. It could be pillows in various places. So just let yourself bring that together. And I'm just going to invite you to let yourself be in this position. Check in to your breath, to the movement of your breath, not just the external action, but the actual movement of the breath. Filling and emptying. I'm going to invite you to allow yourself to know that you are free to notice ease. So allow yourself to trust the support of the floor or the bed, the couch, wherever you're joining me from. Just really let your breath, your fluid body, invite your muscles to soften and yield. And even if you have your eyes closed, that's fine. Just let yourself become aware in some way of the space that you are in. This could be a sense of what's around you, or you could actually flutter your eyes open a little and start to look at what's to the right of you. Gentle and easy, listening for sounds in the room, outside, as you gently look to the left, checking in with your breath, letting things soften. Our movement at this point is the movement of breath and curiosity. Maybe you let yourself look down towards your toes, Feeling a little stretch in the back of your neck, or looking up what's above your head. If you're laying down, that might be what's behind your head. And looking up to the ceiling. And looking down to the floor. The whole time listening, noticing any sensations as you move the skin of your neck, the covers, as you shift your weight. And just give yourself a few breaths, full and then emptying. To just notice how that little bit of intention may have changed your awareness of your body. I'm noticing some parts of me that were feeling a little stuck are feeling a little warmer now. And especially around my neck and upper vertebra. So the phrase that I use often, it is both a phrase that can help me move into sleep and can also help me move into wakefulness. It starts out, I am grateful, I accept, I release. I am grateful, I accept, I release. And when I first start, I don't try to enumerate any of the ways that I am. I just simply drop that in. If that affirmation feels too strong for you, I invite you to use your constructive rest. And if you want to know more about constructive rest, check out the description below. I have a video that goes into that a little more deeply. The constructive rest phrasing could be, I am free to notice gratitude. I am free to notice acceptance. I am free to notice release. As you let yourself, if that feels awakening, to drop those thoughts into your body. I like to imagine a little soap bubble with that idea floating around, touching the tissues. I invite you to start wiggling your toes, even as you're still allowing yourself to fill up and empty, to yield to the ground. Start to flex and extend through the muscles of the feet, feeling the way your heel pushes into the bed, the way the toes may reach away from the center, bringing awakeness to the ankle. Noticing how the calves and the knees wake up. Because as one of my mentors says, as one muscle releases, three engage. I am grateful. I accept. I release. And I invite you to start waking your knees up in whatever way that works for you. Flexing and extending You may keep your heel on the surface, on the supportive surface, so that it becomes a heel glide, or you may start to lift your knee into space, getting some extension out away from the core. And I'm using my hands as the support because we're going easy. Right? And waking up those knees, notice how it's just naturally, organically woken up the femoral joint, or the hip joint as some folks call it. Right? Filling and emptying. I am grateful. I accept. I release. As we explore the femoral joint that can flex and extend and rotate in that socket. Toes, feet, ankles, lower leg, knee, upper leg, femoral joint. Just allowing yourself to start in whatever way in your bed to just let the top of the thighs, as they're exploring flexion, extension, rotation, opening and closing, breath is flowing in. See if you can flow it in all the way down to between your femoral joints. You may not actually feel it, but let yourself imagine it. Waking up the pelvic floor. Start to move your tail. Wiggling. This might be, for those of you who do yoga, this might be like windshield wiping the legs back and forth and letting the lower body rotate away from the center to the left and right. Just letting yourself start to wake up your tail, easy and gently. And you can let the lower body rest, or you can keep letting it gently open and close, just inviting those cells to wake up. I'm going to invite you to bring some waking to your face. This could be a good old-fashioned yawn. Opening up your eyes and closing them. Letting your nose wiggle. Relaxing the tongue and the jaw. I am grateful. I accept. I release. And maybe at this point, you've started to notice that just things are bubbling up, right? I am grateful for. What are you grateful for? I am grateful for breath. I am grateful for the ability to connect with you, even though you're not here with me right now. What is it that I want to accept? And bring that awareness from your face and your neck down to the shoulders, even as you start to open and close your hands. Letting your fingers lead the dance. Letting your wrists wake up, and you may notice your feet want to join. I accept the energy of my lymph system. Letting your elbows wake up, similar to the knees. Middle joints, letting them reach. Flex and extend. Waking up the shoulder joints and seeing if you can find a way to connect the movement of the shoulders to the movement of the face through the top of the spine, through the neck. What are you releasing? I release. It could be something as abstract as just, I release old anger that serves no purpose anymore. And start to let your breath, filling and emptying, your shifting of the support on the bed, just find a way to wake up your spine. Through your ribs, through your sternum, through the back, behind your diaphragm, down into your sacrum. And with that, I invite you to roll gently so that you can place your feet on the floor, your woke up feet, and pushing yourself up to sitting. And that may be enough for you. That was about 15 minutes, a little bit longer. However, this is a wonderful practice that you could then do again before you stand up, before you push yourself into standing, right? Not into your day, but into yourself, right? Before you take that first step into your day. This is a great practice to help you wake yourself up in the middle of the day after you've been sitting for too long or interacting with other folks for longer than your body can actually do in an energized way. So thank you so much for joining me on this YouTube video. I would love for you to join me in person. I really get energized by interacting with what folks are desiring in the moment. This happened to be what I desired. So I am grateful. I accept. I release. Remember, we are all in this together. Thank you.